A new survey carried out by Phillips Consulting has indicated that over half of Nigerian highly skilled professionals, amounting to a whopping 52%, are considering the option of leaving their current jobs and moving abroad within a year. Arise analyst Dayo Sobowale is here to discuss that report, what is driving the exodus, as well as to stem the brain drain. Thank you for joining us, as usual, Mr. Sobowale. Not a very great, survey in terms of the 52% that are looking to leave their jobs. From what we understand, finance and insurance, professional services, education, healthcare, and IT would be the hardest hit professions if the 52% actually make good on their plans. Just wondering how prepared you think the incoming administration is to handle this.
Well, are you alarmed by the trend?
Not alarmed, but concerned. Are you not concerned?
Okay, I am not.
Okay.
It is natural to look for greener pastures. Nigerians have always been doing that since colonial era till now. It is not always for negative reasons that people move overseas. If what you have on the ground is not making you comfortable, you look for alternative. And if that alternative is overseas, why not go? So I do not see any problem in that. What you have to address is what we all know. What we do, like the proverbial ostrich with the head buried in the sand, that our economy is going down the drain. Yeah. That purchasing power is decreasing. That our people don't have security. That health matters, the way people struggle to go to work, look after their families and all that, our health facilities, they are not working. So why? We don't need a survey to tell us that people will have to look for greener pastures. It's natural. If economic, they are being driven by economic survival. Economic survival. Everybody wants to make ends meet. And where are they going? They are going mostly to Europe, except those dying on the Mediterranean. You get me? Well, these professionals, they are needed. And Europe, the European Union, they have an aging population. So they want people to come. That was why they introduced in England multiculturalism. You know, a former colonial subject is Prime Minister of Britain now. It is because his parents went there to look for greener pastures under colonialism. And they are blossomed. And then they are well-to-do. If you have a kid, you want your kid to stay in Nigeria, do 10 years to have a first degree, normally for 4 years. If you can afford it, you send the person overseas. Sorry, I have to use myself as an example again, for the simple reason that I can't sue myself. Look, I graduated 74. The moment I graduated, I was an assistant secretary. You know my salary? 3,264 per annum. Naira. 3,264. What's the Naira rate today now? Between 770, 776 to the dollar. There was a time when the dollar was, it was 60 kobo to a dollar. You get me? I will go on courses, then 2,000 Naira, you buy a whole wardrobe to come back. But that has gone down the drain now. So why blame people for wanting to go overseas? Answer me now. Yeah, it is a natural inclination. It's because you are comfortable. You have good jobs. There are people who are not professionals, IT professionals, doctors, nurses, especially. Our nurses are wanted overseas. Some of them are wanted more even than doctors. So you would not blame such people if they migrate. If they take their relatives overseas, sports, football, playing soccer. See, if I was a good footballer, but there was no lucrative contract like this. If there was, I would not have been a graduate. I would have preferred to go and play football. And the sort of things that Kanu and the others and later that took care of their families. So it's a global issue.
Yeah, and also to add to that, in an irony, those who have blossomed are actually championing the review, the downward review of migration in the UK right now. Rishi Sunak and the Interior Minister and those who are, there's all right. Let's go at some specifics here. There's a proposal at the National Assembly to have medical professionals at least practice in Nigeria 5 years, maybe from graduation, before
that can never fly.
I was going to ask. Yes. Yeah. So, do you think that's an infringement on their fundamental rights as well?
Of course, it cannot fly. You see, there's in our constitution there's freedom of movement, there's freedom of expression, and so many, even international, in the United Nations Charter, they have every right to go. And then, what is the alternative? What salary do they pay them here? What salary do they pay them here? Out of the lecturers, what salary do they pay them here? The universities have been closed. You have professional unionists as lecturers in the unions who are comfortable with the university system being closed and no students. That will have concomitant economic effect on the survival of people. So don't blame people who want to migrate. And they are wanted overseas anyway.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Because Europe is aging.
What my first question was really about was, it's not about, trying to limit anyone, but that 52% of those in just those professional fields would leave a huge gap here.
No, so, I don't believe that figure. How can you say 52%?
52%?
Look around you. Nigeria is the biggest economy. So you think
it's less than that?
It should be less than that. It's high.
But let's pretend that it's authentic.
Have you seen any panic movement of professionals around you? Except the one you read in the Mediterranean, desperate people who want to look. See, people, I'm talking of the positive aspect of migration.
Okay, but
there are some people who want to go overseas because they are doing the policing in the US now. You get me now? And they don't even want to send people to prison. These people are criminal intent. They want a conducive environment for that. I'm not talking about professionals. If we go by
this and it happens to be authentic.
Yes.
And they have specified the fields where these professionals are coming from, there will be a gap. So even if you have your doubts, I'm not saying this is set in stone, but let's just assume that this is real. The gap will be created. And I'm just wondering, how can we cushion the effects that it will have leaving that gap at home, even though the opportunities are there?
Now. Yes. This is the figure. That's statistics.
Yes.
There are statistics and statistics and statistics. You get me now? But the reality, have you seen any panic? You all relate with human beings now. Have you seen this society, in that society, or in this industry where people are just all of a sudden traveling?
I've not seen it all of a sudden traveling, but I've seen people trying to explore the options and choose which route they'd like to take. Some are looking to go and some are looking to, they might be looking for countries that might suit whatever they're looking for. But I have seen that.
Seek for a better life, you get me now? But to start, I interpret that as some panic thing, as if the economy is collapsing. I disagree.
Okay.
Mr. Sobowale, if I may come in, sometimes you find scenarios whereby even those countries they're migrating to, there could be discriminatory tendencies, because I've seen scenarios whereby even so-called professionals, when they get there, they are offered jobs that are below whatever they might have been able to obtain here.
Let me answer that.
Yes, so even in the UK now, it's so.
Okay. You've heard of Islamophobia?
Yes, definitely.
Okay. Integration is a problem of Europe. They needed skilled hands. I wanted people to come in. But then, you see, people came in from Muslim countries, people with various beliefs, and they thought integration would be easy. But integration was not easy. You get to now? And then 9/11 happened. And the war on terrorism came in. And xenophobia too came in. That's where the discrimination you are talking about came in, suspicion. Now, if they have their way, they will close their borders. Do you get me? But they still need people. But now they are putting obstacles on immigration, you get me now, and trying to curb immigration from certain places
Okay.
for obvious reasons, mainly security reasons. You have to live with that. You get me? Then there is the Soros Foundation.
Okay.
It's for open society, borderless world. Anybody, anywhere can go to any country and make what he wants to. That's the global migration issue. It's not peculiar to Nigeria. You know, even the President Biden administration open his southern borders, you know, Texas area. And you know what Texas governor is doing? When they get all these illegal people, they go and dump them in democratic states where they say everybody can come in. And those ones will house them in hotels.
Well,
So it's a global migration crisis. And if Nigerians feel they can find, it's because they are skilled, that's why some of them are going. I'm not talking of those that are in the Mediterranean.
No.
That has never been the case in this
that's-
report.
yeah.
But thank you so much, Arise News analyst, Mr. Dayo Sobowale. It's been a pleasure as always. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.